Hello, everyone. Good evening, and thank you for your patience. I really appreciate it. I hope you're all doing well. First of all, really quickly, let me grab a replay for Mr. Shrub for his 11 months. Hey, Shrub, or Aaron, whichever you prefer. Thank you for the 11 months of
My way.
continued support. Your way, my way is the highway. Thank you for the 11 months. I appreciate it, dude. You're 1 month from your blue shades badge, dude. So thank you for your support and welcome back. Shrub, there is no 9 month sub badge, dude. That is why there is no 9 month sub badge. It's not because I'm a lazy asshole, I promise. If there was a 9 month slot, it would be filled, okay? There is no 9 month. It is 6 and then a year, dude. But thank you for the 11 months. Speaking of sub alerts, by the way, if it's a good time for me to read them, then I will. But otherwise, I appreciate them, but there's a decent chance I might not get to them. So if you have a resub alert, you might save it for like a downtime or for like tomorrow's stream or something, just as a like little heads up there. But thank you guys for coming out tonight. We're gonna get into it with Rush here in a moment. So let me just unmute and see what we are going to do. And hey, Potato, what's going on? Thanks, Bill. All right. All right, I think we are ready for you.
Yeah, I'm here. I've just got push to talk operating.
Also, guys, when Rush gets into it, hey Arizona, thanks. Once Rush gets into it, let me know if you like can't hear him, and I'll like crank it up a bit. But last time we didn't have a problem, so I didn't make any adjustments. So, but just let me know if there's an issue, and I'll fix it for you. I will fix it. I make lots of memes, but I try not to make audio ones.
Okay, you ready for a briefing?
Go ahead.
Okay, so today, you're probably not going to like me too much. I'm going to be mean. So, what we're going to do is follow on from the last lesson, and we're going to do circuits. We haven't added anything really else into the circuits, but so you're set up to succeed. The things that we're going to be looking for to move on to the next step is everything that I really tried to impress on you at the end there, and that is I'm really looking for down final 65 knots, nice stable final from about 500 feet down to the runway. If we're below 65 knots, I want you to fix it. If you don't fix it, we're going around. So if you let that speed drop below 60, if I say 59 knots, I'm going to tell you to go missed. We're not even going to continue the approach from 500 feet down. So if you get that slow, you're going missed. I don't care if you're at 1,000 feet, you're going missed, and you've got to fly a great big pattern. So that's what I'm looking for. Is I really want to impress this accurate flying at 65 knots down final. The rest of the pattern, we want to see it how we were describing. So power plus attitude equals performance. On climb out, it's full power, 80 knots. Downwind, 2,000 RPM, around 90 knots. And I want to hear your downwind checks, your gump checks, gear, undercarriage mixture, hatches, harnesses, all of that stuff. And turn to base, nice and stable, turning to base, flaps 10, 75 to 85 knots, 500 foot per minute descent rate, turning onto final, still 500 foot per minute. That's really what we're looking for here, just to see that the time that you've had to practice, you haven't learned any new bad habits. The other thing that's been added in this scenario is there's a little bit of wind. It's not much. I think it's about 4 knots, but you'll obviously be able to tell me when you brief me on the ATIS or the current Sky Vector weather, because we're running real world weather. I hope you're running real world weather. If not, turn real world weather on.
I'm running real world, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to be hitting you on hitting those speeds. You get them wrong, you need to fix it. If you don't fix it, then you're going to get told to fix it. I don't think this is going to take you too long to do. And if we see 3 circuits that are done properly, then we'll move on to the next step. The next step, I think, will be adding comms into the mix and me also annoying you while I'm in the cockpit. Because what we're trying to teach in this point is cockpit management when you're distracted, i.e., Twitch or anything else. So, first step is bringing everything together that you've learnt last week and then practiced in your stream with people in the 172 and P3D and X-Plane. It shouldn't take too long. So that's what we really want to see in the circuit. Does that sound okay to you? Is that what you want to achieve, or are you hoping for something different, or what do you want? That's my feeling of what we should do. But you tell me what you want to achieve, and if you're like, yeah, let's go with it, man, then that's what we'll do.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. I think the winds I was practicing with were way more severe than what we're even using. I was like probably 14 to 17.
Oh yeah, like if the winds are that bad, you're not going flying in a 172. Like even like 15 knots, you're like thinking twice about going flying. If it was a direct crosswind in a one, it's 15 knots like down the runway, sure, but yeah, here I think it's only 4 or 5 knots, so it's not that big of a change. But yeah, like if you're happy with that, I'll press you to being accurate and stable, and that's just all you about that. We don't worry about the radios for this flight. Um, if we nail this and we feel like we got good progression, then we'll stop, have a quick break, and then try and find an airfield somewhere where my plane doesn't explode when we connect up.
All right.
Sure, take it away. Give me a briefing on the weather and get the aircraft started up and take me to a applicable runway. Brief me on the circuit, what direction you're going to fly the circuit. So there are some other things I'm adding here, like you're going to do left-hand circuits or right-hand circuits, and then why you're doing left-hand or right-hand circuits. Pretend we're on pilot edge, but we're not, if you know what I mean. So open up the aircraft chart, the airport chart, and tell me what the circuit direction is for the particular runway, all of that stuff, and then pre-takeoff briefing, and then as long as you told me what way you're turning, that's all I care about.
Okay, so we have the ATIS. It's 22 Celsius, which is 72 Fahrenheit. Winds are 110 at 3, so we're going to use 17. I want to make left traffic 217 so that I can see landmarks on the way around. And visibility is 10, so it looks like it's good for VFR conditions.
Sounds great. Also, it's published that runway 17, it's left-hand pattern. If you go into Sky Vector, when you click on the actual, when you go into read about the actual airport, you'll see that where does it tell you this? It tells you in the what's my doodah. But anyway, if you go ahead and read through Aurora State, you'll go down to runway 1735. It gives you the actual traffic pattern published down there. It'll say traffic pattern left for 1735, but your decision's fine anyway. Just pointing it out. If you need to find it some other time.
Okay, I'll take a look at that because I didn't find it on the Jepson chart. So thanks.
Oh, you're using Navigraph charts?
I am, yeah.
Good man. It's they're really good, eh?
I find them to be a lot easier to digest.
Yeah, they are. They're just set out in an easier way to read. So yeah, I like them a lot. It's good value as well for simming, I think.
Okay, so I've set the ground and tower frequencies as well as the transponder to 1200 so the ADSB would work. And then we're going to take alpha to 17. We're on the, I guess you could say the bottom side of the airport. So we'll just take alpha to 17 from where we are.
Sounds good to me. And just make sure you change your CDI needle there from GPS to VOR, just so you can set the course to runway heading.
I was trying to remember how to do that. It wasn't coming to me, thanks.
Yeah, it's just that little CDI button down there. We'll go over that. I'm not too worried about that stuff at the moment because, well, you're not really familiar with the G1000, right? So it's just, yeah, we'll cover that.
Okay, parking brakes are set. Cabin doors closed. Seats locked. Flight controls. Okay, instruments. Fuel. Shut off is in. Mixture is rich. And fuel selection is both. Okay, so trim is set and run up. Okay, run up looks good. Back to 1000. Okay, before takeoff checklist is complete, we don't see traffic on the runway, so let's take off the brakes and enter. Okay, takeoff. Flaps are up, carb heat's in, transponder set, trim is set, and here we go, throttles, here we go. Okay, airspeed's alive. And rotate 65, here we go.